Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast. I'm Natalia, a certified hypnotherapist and a mindset shifter. Not too long ago, I was a broke, burned out, multi-passionate single woman to now making six figures effortlessly, marrying the love of my life and attracting what I want by using my unique bridge method. I'm here to help you achieve the results you want in any area of your life by owning your true unique self with less doing, less stress, and definitely less effort. Now let's jump to today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of Effortlessly Abundant Life. How was your first week of 2024? How did it feel? How does it feel right now? Does it feel like you need another week to figure out that you're actually in the new year, or you feel like you're ready to go and just go after all the things you want? I'll definitely tell you that the first week for me was just a lot of self-reflection. I was kind of doing more of sound healing, and I went to my acupuncture and I did some meditations and breath works and visualizations and hypnotherapy and all the tools that I do with myself and my clients to really kind of shed all the things that were part of my old identity, my old self, and really tapping into my higher version of myself, my next version of myself. Really planning what it is that I want to create this year, what I want it to feel like, how can I embody this version of myself and do more of it, and really focus on the habits and the things that are on a daily basis that keep fueling that version of myself and become a match to whatever that is that I want. And all the things that I'm talking about, by the way, I actually did a full episode of how create your best year and effortlessly abundant year yet in the latest podcast episode. So go ahead, check that out. But today I want to dedicate this episode to my fellow multi-passionate, aka my manifestor generators. And if you have no idea what I just said, don't feel bad. This is actually a human design terminology that I really found so incredible, helpful, and transformative. I am a human design reader, and I do level 1 and level 2 human design reading. And this is something that I incorporate with my private clients to really figure out what is your energy type and how you actually meant to move through life, how you actually meant to operate, and how you can manifest and how can you attract more of whatever that is that you want. If it's more money, if it's love, if it's better health, if it's more opportunities, success, all the things, by being you. This is what it's all about. It's not trying to be a version and what do you think you need to be in order to be successful, but what is it to be and actually embody your truest self. And from that place that feels so authentic, that feels so good and effortless, because let's be honest, what's creating more tension and more effort is when we're trying to do something that just doesn't align with our values, with who we are, and what actually makes us tick. And we feel we need to be this different version of ourselves, be something completely different and change in order to be successful, that creates so much suffering. And I don't believe in that. I feel the more we actually tune into who we really are, the more money comes to us. The more authentic we are, the more money, abundance, opportunity just attracted to us, because this is the highest frequency. When you are vibrating in your true authentic self frequency, everything is just magnetized to you, because there's nothing more magnetizing to see somebody in this truth authentic self living his personality, his design, who he really meant to be and want to be, in such an apologetic way. I think that is the most magnetic thing in the world. And today I want to focus on my fellow manifestor generators And if you have no idea what type of energy you are, you can go ahead and find it on humandesign.com. You can go and put your date of birth, your name, when where you were born, exact time and location, and it's going to give you exactly a map with all the energy centers, and it will tell you exactly what type of energy you are. So there are 5 types. There's manifestors, there's manifestor generators, there's projectors, and reflectors. Um, and it's very interesting, and it's really gonna open your eye to how you actually meant to move through this world, how energy actually needs and will move through you, and how you can utilize it to your best advantage. But as I said, today I'm going to really talk about to what I wish somebody would tell me as a manifestor generator. And it's very interesting. My son is a manifestor generator, and sometimes his grandma comes in and help me to watch Michael. And it's interesting. She's always has some kind of like a report, and she's always tells me what are the things they do and how they spend their day and what he likes and what he was finding interesting playing with. And yesterday she was telling me, oh, it's so interesting. I think he has an attention problem. He cannot stay still more than 2 minutes. He just jumps from thing to thing. He is going to the bowl, and then he's going to the car, and then he's running or he's doing something, and he's always moving from thing to thing. And I think it's super important for him to know how to concentrate. And this is something I think you should be focusing on. That's what she tells me, to focus on what to really kind of increase his attention span. And I was listening, and of course, I'm very respectful, and it's something that, not everybody understands. And I'm so happy. And I think every parent should have a human design reading for their children, because you will understand how they operate. You will not feel like you're always going against the wall. You're always trying to push something that just doesn't work. And I know that he's a manifestor generator. That's how he actually meant to move. If I'm going to suppress him and I'm going to let him stay still and try to force him and try to tell him how he is not okay, and how he should be a different version of himself, it's just going to actually minimizing and diminish his light and diminish his potential in this life. So obviously, I know that that's how he meant to move through life. And I wish somebody would do that for me when I was little, because I grew up doing, I'm not kidding, 6 things all the time. Meaning I had piano lessons, I had vocal lessons, I had choir, I had musical theater, I had scouts, I had dancing classes, I had all the things you can imagine. I was always that type of person that did bazillion things at once. And everybody always asked me how you do it, how you do it. But for me, it just felt so natural, because that's how I always meant to move. And of course, when you grow up, you have to choose a profession. You have to choose something you want to do. And it was so hard for me to choose. I remember this kind of thought process right before I started my military service. I was thinking about what I want to do, where I want to study, what I want to do with my life. And I always love arts. If you follow me for a while, you know that I'm a vocal coach, I'm a performer, I'm a singer. I'm actually started as an opera singer, musical theater, and now I do multi-genre singing. And it's just very interesting that I really try to choose that one thing. And I remember how hard that was for me. But I felt with arts, I have the ability to kind of be more flexible, because I can do multiple roles in the opera world. I can do different songs. I can move from place to place. It just fits me better. And that's why I chose to be an opera singer. And I also, during my studies, when I moved here in New York City, I was like, wow, I actually like also teaching. I love teaching. I love helping people. And that's why I actually double majored in education and also in music. And it was interesting path. And then I found myself not excited anymore about opera anymore. I was just not seeing myself an opera singer travel the world. I didn't see myself after doing all the certifications to become a certified teacher in New York, and doing my master's. After 3, 4 years teaching, I just couldn't do this anymore. And I thought to myself, what's wrong with me? I moved across the world to study with the best. How will I be successful if I'm always moving and not really finishing things and not really letting things to kind of marinate and establish myself and really, really grow myself as an artist, as a teacher? And everywhere I looked, there's no such thing as changing your career multiple times frequently. And if you change, probably because you have a midlife crisis at 40 years old, and you probably, you have so much money and you just kind of want to focus on your hobbies and you want to do something like that. And for me, it was not the case. I was by myself here in New York City. I had to support myself. And I really had a crisis because I really didn't understand what's wrong with me. I really felt that something was wrong with me. And I literally remember how I actually forced myself. I forced myself to go auditioning. I forced myself to perform. I forced myself to go to the same school and just kind of convincing myself that this is the path for me and it makes sense. But inside of me, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And then opportunity came to me, a friend of mine that I actually went to college with. She opened her non-union, women-owned electrical contracting company in New York City. Crazy. I know, so random. And since I was also a salesperson during the weekends, just to kind of like, as a hustling immigrant in New York City, I was working 3 jobs. That's a normal thing here, right? And I was selling, and she saw how I was selling and how I'm carrying myself. And she's like, I want you to be part of this. I want you to be my salesperson. I want you to work with me. And I did. And I did that. And I decided that was the right time to shift gears, like completely change my entire career and leave the music, not leave the music world, but more the teaching, kind of like my main job, and focus on a completely different field. I knew I was good in sales. So I thought, okay, this could be a great opportunity for me. Of course, I had no idea construction, real estate, like no idea how to do that. But it's so interesting that a couple of weeks after I took this job, my school shut down. So that was completely a sign that this was meant for me, right? But then I really saw how, by honoring the fact that this is no longer serving me, and the second I truly internally gave myself the permission to feel this way and gave myself the, you know what, this is what it is, the opportunity of this new job came along. And of course, 5 years later, right now, I'm the VP of business development, and I do multiple projects in New York City, and I love my job. But with that, I also do multiple things, multiple things. And as you see, right, I'm a coach, I'm a hypnotherapist, I still perform, I still sing, I'm a mom. I'm just wearing many hats, and this always going to be the case for me. But what I love about my job, that it's flexible, that I have the ability to move around, to do the things that I love, and that's why it works so well for me. But I had to find that ground. I had to find that balance. I had to really understand how I am operating and understand how actually I'm meant to be successful. I was not meant to work 9 to 5, very strict, going to the same place, going to the same office, seeing the same people, doing the same thing every day. I would kill myself. And if you're listening to this and you are multi-passionate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You want to be able to move from thing to thing. And what's interesting with us, that what we can do in a span of 2 hours is something that other people cannot do in a day, because our energy, our curiosity, our enthusiasm, our excitement is so potent, it's so rich, it's so strong that we can make things happen in a matter of an hour or 2 hours. And that was very important to understand for me, and how I need to operate, and understand that I don't need to push myself to work all day, every day, just because I can, just because I'm good at it, right? Doesn't mean that I need to. And when you know how your energy type is and how it actually meant to be, you understand, like, okay, for my manifestor generators, we're not meant to work a full day. We're meant to really follow our excitement, follow what truly like invoke this deep curiosity that we really want to know more from or of. And we want to go in there and dive into, not even knowing what we're going to get out of this, not knowing how things will work out, how things will kind of evolve, but that's the route. And another thing from a multi-passionate people, one thing that I can give you as the best advice: you are meant to show people here that anything and everything is possible. You are showing people that they can do this and this and this and this and this. And you don't need to choose, and you can have it all. And you can move from thing to thing. And it doesn't mean you're slacking. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you have commitment issues. None of that BS. What it means that you actually meant to follow your curiosity, follow what excites you right now, really hone it, really go deeper. And then whenever that is kind of feels like a completion, you can move to the next thing. And what I see a lot of people are now doing, especially my multi-passionate people, we're finding it's really hard to let go. We're finding it hard to let go of the people that don't serve us anymore, that don't excite us. Find to let go of jobs, of projects, of identity that those doesn't serve us anymore. And really trusting that that other thing that it could be completely 180 degrees, something completely different, is safe for you to follow and lead yourself into. And I'm here to tell you, the more you and the faster you'll be able to let go of whatever that is that you're holding on, thinking that this is your safety net, and move into the thing that actually makes you feel excited, that actually makes you feel alive. And it could be completely different. It could be completely something that you didn't even think you're going to be interested in. Follow that, and you'll see how everything in the end will just kind of like will make total sense. And one of the biggest tips I can give you as a manifesto generator is to eventually, you'll see towards the kind of like towards the middle or towards the end of your journey, you'll see how all the things you kind of were curious about, you actually meant to connect the dots. You're actually meant to combine them. So for instance, when I was teaching voice, I saw this deep gap of not just really focusing on the technique, on the body, but more focusing on the mindset connection with the vocal cords, with your voice, with your personality, and really understand that this is the combination to bring you the best results. And that's what I did. And I had a whole course, If You Can Speak and You Can Sing. And I was teaching hundreds of students. And that was what of my gift was, because this is how I combine different modalities, different things into one. And this is exactly what I'm doing right now with my clients, And in my coaching practice, where I combine hypnotherapy, I combine NLP, I combine human design, time technique, I'm combining so many different modalities from different worlds, and I make it such a unique package and such a unique experience and technique that nobody else has and knows, because I know I can see what works best for everything. And I kind of put it in a way that is so unique and different into one new product, practice, or technique. And this is what I do. And that is my gift. And this is something that you, my love, can utilize for whatever that is that you do. If you do healing, if you do singing, if you teaching, if you, I don't know, whatever it is that you do, really, instead of thinking that you are distracted and something is wrong with you, take all the things you're curious about, move through them, learn from them, and see how you can connect the dots and really make it something that is unique for you, to really bring something new to the table out of whatever, out of whatever already exists. We're not here to make things from thin air. We're not manifestors. We're not people. We have the manifestor side of us, but we mainly here to jump from thing to thing, combining things in a way that never seen before, and do it all and show the world that we can do it all. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it all. You don't need to choose one thing in order to be looked at professionally or serious. You don't need nobody's permission to how you need to live your life that feels authentic, that feels exciting, that feels like you. So this is your reminder, my love. So one of the last tips that I want to give you, and I want to have you leave with, instead of giving the power to others people's opinion, courses, trainings, even your loved ones, it's very important to make sure that what's guiding you, what is your North Star, what is your kind of inner guidance moving from, is you and authentically you. A lot of people will not understand you. You actually 30% of the population. So most people will not understand what are you about, what is it that you do, why are you doing so many different things, how you can do it. They're going to feel overwhelmed by it. But actually, when you are in your excitement, in your power, in your light, you inspire people and you're energizing them through your light, through your energy, and you're activating their unique human design and their energy. And it's just this beautiful ripple effect that you don't even know. And that's what I always say. Instead of trying to focus in changing the world and trying to change everybody around you, change not yourself, but actually own who you really are. Shine your light as you can, as big as you can, and you will change the world. Because if everybody will live from their authentic self, not punishing themselves, not trying to push themselves to be something they're not, and really live in their authentic energy and owning that and enjoying that and really master it, everybody will be so happy. There is no need to make anybody happy, because you're going to be so in your light, so much in your authentic self, and you're going to feel so effortlessly you, and everything just magnetizing to you. And I always say that it's very interesting. Oh, and as I say that, I see in the window the first snow in New York City is coming. How cool. I always say that. Think about the most beautiful flower you love. There's a reason why this flower is so beautiful, and it's beautiful to you, right? It's something about it that speaks to you. And trying to think this flower, if it would have a mind of its own, right, would think to himself, I wish I was like the other flower. I wish I was a tree. I wish I was a bird. I wish I was a human being, and trying to be something else and failing versus just really owning and growing deeper roots and opening their leaves and opening themselves up as a flower to the sun and really owning who they are. There's nothing more beautiful about that. I really do think so. And I wish every person would understand how you actually are exactly the way you're meant to be. And you're not meant to change yourself. You're actually meant to peel off all the things you think you are or the society told you you need to be and own who you really are. And not what you think you are, but who you really are. And you will see how all the doors will start opening, how everything will feel better. And it's going to feel like you. It's going to feel like you're not betraying yourself. It's going to feel like you are living yourself. And it just feels, there's no other better feeling, to be honest with you. I really don't know any other better feeling. So, as I said, don't give anybody's opinion, strategies, courses, whatever you took that tell you that you need to do things a certain way, let's say for sales, or let's say how to run your business, or how to run your family, or how to just whatever you think you need to do in order to have whatever that is that you want, drop it and erase it. Because what you meant to do, my love, is ask yourself one guiding question. What I'm really feeling excited about right now, what I'm passionate about, what's really feeling me up right now, what feels more exciting to do, this or that. And your body, your gut, your soul will expand and tell you what it is that you feel more excited about. And your job, my love, is to not judge it. It's just to listen and follow. And just do this fun experiment with yourself just for one day and follow what exciting for you to eat, what it feels exciting to do today for as let's say after work or even during work, what feels more exciting to do, this thing or that thing? Let's say you need to call people. What feels more exciting to me right now? To call people right now or actually post something? What feels more exciting to me to actually launch this program or this program? Now what makes sense? Now what people tell you what you need to do, but what do you feel you excited about? I hope that this resonates with you deeply because I wish that somebody gave me that validation that nothing is wrong with you. You're actually exactly how you meant to be, and everything that you thought was your flaws are actually your best traits that can make you bazillion, not just in money, but that abundance, that sense of fulfillment and sense of moving through life seamlessly and effortlessly is just the best feeling in the world. Doesn't feel like a struggle when you're who you are and you are authentic and you say the things that feel aligned with yourself, right? So I hope it really resonated with you, my fellow multi-passionates. If you have any more comments, any more questions, and you want to do, maybe you want me to do a part 2 about multi-passionates and really answer your specific questions, please leave them in the show notes of this episode and come and hang out with me on my Instagram at Effortlessly Abundant Life, where I share more behind the scenes, more tips, more content. It's so, so good. And if you're interested to really dive deeper into your human design, you want to get a reading, you can go ahead and schedule one-time session with me. It's called Clarity Call, where we're going to dive into your human design chart. And I can do level 1 or 2 and really dive into how you meant to tick, how you meant to make decisions, what's right for you, and help you to navigate whatever area you feel stuck at, um, and really help you to move through it and live your most authentic, most aligned, and most effortless, abundant life. So with that, my loves, have a beautiful rest of your day. Don't forget to rate and post it on your Instagram if you like this episode and you found it helpful. And you're going to get a free Effortlessly Abundant Life hypnosis that I'm going to send it to you as a thank you for sharing this abundance with others and spreading the word to the world. And with that, my loves, I'll see you next time. Have a beautiful rest of your day.